want to raise one issue which I think is very eminent and would have very significant implications. Now, this is about the extra budgetary borrowing of the states for capital expenditure. Now, the demand of the central government is that this be considered part of the fiscal deficit or normal borrowing of the state governments. If they insist on it, I think Telangana, Andhra, Kerala, I don't know about Tamil Nadu, you are going to face disaster. Fiscal space for the coming few years is going to be totally erased. And this is not an issue that can be individually negotiated. It's something that requires collective action, legal and otherwise. Particularly when the central government, they have never complied with 3% fiscal deficit. Average has been 4+. While on the eve of COVID, state government fiscal deficit is only 2.75. So I would like the finance minister to respond whether you will be considering possibility of a collective resistance to this move.
Do you think a fiscal council where fiscal rules are determined in collaboration with the center and state can help resolve this challenge?
Maybe, but I just want to make a point here about this FRBM Act, right? So, we have our own FRBM Act equivalents and we can amend them also. But the difference between us and the union government, once the union government amends its act, and it has done, as KTR said, 18 times and violated, that's the end of the story. For us, after we amend our act, we'll get these letters. All of us have got one of these letters. Then we get a second letter that says, you shall not borrow more than X rupees. You shall not borrow so much of it, more than so much of it in the market, etc., etc. So this hypocrisy of a double standard where you can do whatever you want, then you tell us that we can't do what the Constitution allows us to do, our Act allows us to do, you use this 293(3) backdoor clause and all that. So let me just put all of it together and say, we don't begrudge sending net donor money or being net not recipients. We don't have any lower concern for the average Indian citizen than anybody else. What we don't like, expanding on what KTR said, don't come and tell us as if you brought this money from your house and gave it to us. It's our money, you're giving it back to us. Some of it you're giving back to us, number one. Number two, either you perform better than us and then tell us how we should act, or you learn from us, or at least leave us alone to perform better than you rather than try to subvert our performance. Number three, if you want to take national policy and actually create things in areas where it's not your domain, right? Education was moved from the state list to the concurrent list. It did become union list. Agriculture is in the state list. Minor dams and ports are in the state list. Why are they legislating over there and how have they involved any of us in it? See, it's one thing if you call all of us collectively and you say this is not working well, let's do it better. We're likely to get some progress, or at least we can agree to disagree and walk away. You enforce by diktat with no track record of performance and say, because I say so, you shall do so. So our friction is not about being donors, our friction is not about being less than caring citizens. Our friction is that we don't get treated as equal partners. That's what the Constitution says. It doesn't say there are two levels of government. It says there are two parallel, equal governments. And we get no acknowledgement for the good things we do, and in fact we get told how to do it. Let me just take NEET as an example. What is our objection with NEET? Health is a subject where it's very hard to separate education from public health delivery because you can't teach medicine without a hospital. And the government of Tamil Nadu, I would say better than most states, at least in ratio of doctors to patients and other health measures, has done better than almost any state in India. We have an integrated policy that goes all the way from medical colleges to government hospitals to rural health centers to primary health centers, where we incentivize doctors to go and work there so that they can get priority in education, etc. A test like NEET disrupts all of these designs. It's not just about the entrance, it's about the entire health delivery system. And then I ask the question, on what basis do you tell me that I should change my model when my model has produced far superior results than you and is 100% funded by my state budget? It's not your money. You haven't done better than us. Why should you tell us how we should run an admission test? We will give priority to SC and Dalits. We will give priority to rural students. We will give priority to state schools. That is our health system. It has produced phenomenal results and brilliant doctors all over the world. On what basis do you believe you know better than us? Why should we listen? It's not even your money, it's our money. It's not even a central grant. It's the state of Tamil Nadu allocated 20,000 crores in the budget to run the health system. So this is the attitude that we don't like. Otherwise, we're willing to play with anybody on anything. We're willing to participate, to discuss, to come out with better outcomes, right? Is this big brother or big daddy or, messiah complex that we have a problem with.